If you're looking for a hike in Salt Lake City with just enough uphill to kick your butt a little bit and give you amazing views of the city, this is the one. This is the Avenues Twin Peaks Trail. According to All Trails, it's just under 4 miles and it climbs up just under 1,000 feet of elevation. The trail starts off pretty mellow. It's actually just behind the Avenues neighborhood here in Salt Lake City, but as you go up the trail into the hills, you end up there in the foothills here just above Salt Lake City. One thing I love about so many of the trails here in the foothills, you get amazing views like this one. This is also the first time along the trail that we actually get to see our objective, the Twin Peaks. That's them up there off to the right of the trail. Of course, this being Salt Lake City, the Twin Peaks aren't the only little features we get to see along the way. I love that we get to see the entire central section of the Wasatch Front along the way. There's Mount Wire, Grandeur Peak, Olympus, Twin Peaks, Lone Peak. Amazing view, pretty much the whole hike up. The goal for today was to get to the summit of Twin Peaks across the way there, fly the drone, get some more practice flying and checking out some cool landscapes here in Salt Lake City. The problem is that we just hit 7:30. Sunset is at 8:18, which means there is pretty much zero chance I'm gonna get all the way up the rest of this trail, cross that ridge, and then up to Twin Peaks before sunset. And once sunset comes, I can't fly the drone anymore. Also, I didn't bring a headlamp. This was a pretty hastily thrown together hike, and the 10 essentials may not have been entirely considered today because I was so preoccupied with charging batteries and that kind of thing. So this is gonna have to be one of those hikes that was a good test run, but I'm probably gonna get to the little spot up here where all the trails meet and probably have to call it a night from there. It's so tempting because they're right there, but I know if I press on, I'll regret that in about an hour or so. Coming back down in the dark, no headlamp, trying not to break my ankles on the rocks here. So, you know, if nothing else, at least it was a nice night out on the trail. I'm not sure there's a better view in Salt Lake City at all than sitting here on a bench just looking straight out at Mount Olympus. It's my other goal for 2026 is to actually get to the summit of it. A few years back, I hiked it trying to get to the top, ended up at the saddle, and I was just so beat and intimidated by the scramble to get to the summit that I didn't even attempt it. So this summer, the goal is get to the top. That was so cool. For, I don't know, 90 seconds or so, a couple of coyotes somewhere here in the foothills were howling. Amazing to just sit here and listen to them for just a minute. I wish I could see where they are, but no luck there. Kind of waiting to see if they'll do it again. All right, well, you got to know when to call it quits. The sun is starting to dip down below the horizon. I popped the drone up for a little bit to get some nice shots of the mountains and the city and that kind of thing. So all in all, we'll call it a pretty good night. Gonna turn around, head back down the trail, back to the car, and aim to get there before needing to bust out my iPhone light.